of construction, two retaining walls on both sides of the road are constructed. Now, previously we have studied that there is only one retaining wall, that two on downhill side, and but here in this case, because retaining wall is always constructed to retain the filling material. So, two retaining walls are constructed in this type of cross section of road. So, we have done three sections of the road. First was the cross section of the road, partly in cutting and partly in filling, and secondly we have done the cross section of the road fully in cutting, and now we have done cross section of the road fully in filling. So, now we come to some special problems of hilly areas. Design, construction and maintenance of hill roads is always difficult. We have already discussed about it. So, a great care has to be taken for their construction, as there are special problems related to hilly areas. So, first type of problem that we face on hilly areas is landslides. Second is drainage. Third is soil erosion. Fourth is snow avalanche, etc. So, these are various problems that we face in hilly regions. So, now we will discuss them one by one. So, first of all we will talk about landslides. So, the term landslide denotes downward and outward movement of a slope consisting of natural rock, soils or artificial fills, etc. So, landslide is basically a very dangerous problem, especially in rainy season. The traffic of the hill roads, it gets there is a traffic jam for days together. So, this landslide is one of the major problems of hilly areas. The term landslide denotes downward and outward movement of a slope consisting of natural rock, soils or artificial fills, etc. So, what is a landslide? It is defined as a displacement of a big mass of a rock rapidly or suddenly without any warning. It is a displacement of a big mass. You have seen, if you watch Discovery Channel regularly, and then you might have seen there is a very good show of this landslide. When the whole of the hill comes down flowing like some river. So, it generally happens in rainy seasons. In rainy season it happens. Landslides is a problem which is faced by the hill roads mostly in rainy season. So, it is defined as a displacement of a big mass of a rock rapidly or suddenly coming down without any warning. So, landslide is the most important problem in the maintenance of hill roads. It occurs due to failure of rock mass in shear, because what is shear? Basically what happens, that there is a force that binds the soil of the slope together, and that soil helps to bind the roots of the trees and bushes, and in this way the whole it protects the slope of the hill. So, but what happens? Landslide is most important problem in the maintenance of hill roads, because it occurs due to failure of the rock mass in shear. The intensity and magnitude of landslide varies greatly depending upon the extent and amount of slope and size of rock mass involved. So, we talk about types of landslides. first A type is falls, then comes your slides, then comes your flows, and then comes your complex landslides, because complex landslides has got all falls, slides and flows. It is combination of all types of landslides. So, we talk about them one by one. So, first type of landslide is fall. The falls include free fall and rolling down of rocks down the slope without any interaction. When basically landslide is due to soil erosion. When soil gets eroded due to the fast moving, fast flowing down water, then the soil which keeps the rocks back on the slope or which binds the rocks on the slope, when that soil is not there, then definitely rocks come down the slope, the rocks come rolling down the slope, and this type of fall of the rocks from the hills is called falls. So, falls include free fall and rolling down of rocks down the slope without an interaction. These type of landslides occur due to tension failure. Generally, there is tensile failure, that is why this type of falls take place. So, now second type of this landslide is slides. The movement of rocks caused by shear failure, when there is a shear failure only, is termed as slide. The whole surface of the hill, you can say the whole surface of the slope comes down sliding, comes down the slope sliding. The shear cracks come up visible before the slide takes place. So, well before the slide, if you observe, if there is a good observer around, then you can definitely, you will come to know that some type of landslide is going to take place over here, because shear cracks, they come up visible before the slide takes place. So, one full layer of the soil comes down, it has got rocks in it, it has got small pebbles in it, it has got small bushes, trees, everything in it, and whole layer comes down sliding. So, basically slides takes place due to shear failure. Then comes your flows. The type of landslide in which rock mass flows like a viscous material without any shear resistance is termed as flow. In case of flows, the slip surface cannot be located. So, basically there is a difference between slide and flows. In slide, uppermost layer of the slope comes down sliding, there is a shear failure, but in flows you can't really differentiate that where this slip is taking place. So, type of landslide in which rock mass flows like a viscous material without any shear resistance is termed as flow, and when it flows down, it takes along with it everything, everything comes in its way, it takes everything along with it, and this flows come down along with the grass, the rocks, the trees, the houses, everything flows down. So, the type of landslide in which rock mass flows like a viscous material without any shear resistance is termed as flow. In case of flows, the slip surface cannot be located. Then comes your complex landslide. The landslide as a result of combination of one or more of failures is termed as a complex landslide. In complex landslide, fall may be there along with slide, and along with sometimes along with slide flows are there, sometimes falls, the landslide starts with falls, then slide comes and then flow comes. So, this complex landslide could be combination of one or more of the failures, and all these failures they take place together. So, we have studied about four types of landslides. First was falls, then slides, then flows, and then complex landslides. So, now we talk about causes of landslides. When shear stresses acting on the soil exceed the shear strength of the soil, movement of soil mass takes place. The movement of soil or landslide occurs due to the following reason. What are the reasons of landslides? First is external loads due to traffic movements. Traffic movements takes place, and sometimes due to rain water or some other reasons, the soil is loose, and the external load due to traffic movement, it starts the slide, causes the landslide. Then increase in water content and consequent increase of pore pressure in the soil mass. This happens when the soil on the slope, it absorbs water, and there is increase of pore pressure in the soil mass. So, this basically this is the result of the rainy season, and there is increase in water content and consequent increase of pore pressure in the soil mass that results in landslide. Then there could be increase in weight due to accumulation of snow. During snowfall, snow falls on the slopes and the weight increases, and the uppermost layer of the slope is not able to take that much of weight. So, it comes down, flows down and causes landslide. Then comes your shocks and vibrations caused by earthquakes. This is not this is something which is which can't be stopped. So, when earthquake comes, shocks and vibrations due to earthquake, they can also cause landslides. Then vibration created by rock blasting in the vicinity. You know that whenever we construct a road in cutting, generally what we do, we cut the slope of the hill with the help of blasting material. So, whenever this rock blasting is done in the areas, nearby areas in the vicinity, the vibrations due to rock blasting, they can cause, it can cause landslide. So, vibration created by rock blasting in the vicinity can cause landslide. Then undermining caused by man-made excavation and burrowing animals or due to soil erosion. So, this is also one of the reasons. Then deforestation of the area. Whenever we cut the trees, and basically that is one of the most this is a basically man-made cause. So, we cut the trees and we invite that the landslides to occur on the slopes of the hills. So, deforestation of areas is one of the causes. Heavy and continuous rains, it is also one of the causes. Then seepage of water from artificial sources like pond, lake, etc., that is also one of the causes. Then removal of retaining wall or increase in slope angle, that is one of the causes. Alternate swelling and shrinkage cycle of soil structure resulting in development of hair cracks. So, this is also one of the causes, that sometimes the soil swells, then it shrinks down. So, when it is wet, it swells, when it dries out, then it shrinks. So, this alternate swelling and shrinkage cycle, this results in development of hairline cracks, and finally, it results in landslides. So, what are the control measures? Landslides can be prevented by providing adequate surface and subsurface drainage, by reducing earth slopes. If the slope is very steep, it may be flattened, by slope treatment to minimize soil erosion, by providing adequate protective works to improve the stability conditions like construction of retaining walls and buttresses at toe. So, we talked about hill roads and some important terms used on hill roads, and also we talked about some problems we face while constructing hill roads. So, thank you very much, students.